Week 4 of the National Football League. And we're going to see Travis Etienne. He was unstoppable a week ago with 4 touchdowns. It's the Jaguars and the Titans, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and... Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From the 6. And he returns this to the 22. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 12 carries, 62 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Second down, they go again with Henry. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now it's Tannehill. He gets it to Burks again. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
To throw again on second down, Tannehill. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So what we're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, then some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. Throwing again is Tannehill. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Okay, break.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram: 4 catches, 64 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Straight ahead, ETN. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now Lawrence to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Luke Farrell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays, try and go to those spots, and get your offense moving.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Back to throw, Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Tannehill. Looking sideline, incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. But now it'll be 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
Yeah, I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Lawrence will throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A 1st down carry for Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. The toss right to Henry. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 2nd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Etienne once more. And he is going to get this close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the Titans 35. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first first down. They'll run with ETN. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The Jaguars hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want...
Touchdown! Calvin Ridley, a 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Lawrence. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown. But I guess he's got to wait to try to pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Sideline pass. That's complete to Ingram. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll go again with Etienne. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And Ingram hauls it in. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here we go.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill to the sideline. And wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars! Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Tannehill. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
They'll run it again with Henry. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On first down, right back to ETN. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter. Back now in Nashville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he's got room. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence. And he's got him. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the...
And now before the ball changes hands, we're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
After review of the play,
so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. ETN up the middle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another toe for ETN. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. Elijah Molden up to make the stop.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correct.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Tannehill throwing again. This will go to Henry out wide. He's going to have the first down and then some. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Woods. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. A check down here for Henry. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Ready?
Now ETN to start the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 163 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. A handoff for ETN. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville.